two.
All right, guys, silence, please.
Okay, one,
Sorry, bro. Can we just
Yes.
two, three, ready, go.
My opinion of the day is that New York fries are better than Chicago fries. You probably play football, right? Most probably. And if you do, there must be players you look at and think, man, I wish I could play like that. There are definitely players whose abilities make you wish you had them too. For me, one of those players was Eden Hazard, the big booty Belgian. As a player, his abilities were obviously something we'll talk about in this video, but even outside the pitch, he was a cool guy.
I'm just on the stage with some champions. Number one.
Number one also.
He was like that friend you always find at the turf at 7 p.m. playing football and then later at the vape shop smoking. Between 2009 and 2019, the two players who won the most Man of the Match awards in football were obviously the GOATs, Messi and Ronaldo. But following them closely, and the only player from the Premier League in the top 5 was Eden Hazard. But today, the same player who was the Premier League Player of the Year at just 24 years old, who was in the top 10 for the Ballon d'Or, has retired from football just 3 or 4 years after making the biggest move of his career. For all the boys watching this video dreaming of becoming footballers, this video is going to be a reality check. Eden Hazard was destined to be a footballer. Why? Because he was born into a professional football family. His parents were professional footballers, and his training started at just 4 years old. He began his career at a small Belgian club, Royal Stade, which, funnily enough, dissolved in 2021, almost as if it only existed to kickstart Hazard's career. From childhood, one thing was clear. Eden Hazard was something special. His first touch, his dribbling ability, everything was pitch perfect. His youth academy coaches said that while other kids struggled to do even 5 juggles, Hazard was casually doing 300, 400, even 500. They were confused about what to even teach him because he already knew everything. After spending some time at Royal Stade, he moved to AFC Toubai's where he was scouted by Lille. He played in their youth academy for 2 seasons before finally getting his professional breakthrough in 2007. At first, he only played 4 matches, but by the next season in 2008, he was promoted to the first team. In his first season at Lille, he was so impressive that he won the Ligue 1 Young Player of the Year award, the first non-French player to ever win it. After that season, clubs all over Europe came knocking. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, everyone wanted him. But he chose to stay in France a little longer, with even Zidane personally urging Real Madrid to sign him. In his second season at Lille, he became even better, scoring double-digit goals and dribbling like a young Messi. He was nominated for Young Player of the Year and Ligue 1 Player of the Year again, and won the Young Player award for the 2nd consecutive time. In his third season, his numbers exploded. 12 goals, 14 assists. More importantly, he led Lille to a domestic double, winning the Coupe de France and the Ligue 1 title, their first since 1953. Hazard was the undisputed star player, winning Ligue 1 Player of the Year, making him the first player in history to win Young Player and Player of the Year back-to-back. But we all know that clubs like Lille can't keep producing such success. The next season, Hazard's stats went crazy. 22 goals and 22 assists in 50 games, setting a Ligue 1 record. But Lille couldn't replicate their previous success, and Hazard realized it was time to move on. Before leaving, he won his 2nd consecutive Ligue 1 Player of the Year award, something that had only happened once before in Ligue 1 history. But during his time at Lille, he also developed a reputation for being lazy. His teammates, coaches, and staff all said he was one of the laziest players they had ever seen. But let's not talk about that now. We'll come back to it. So, Hazard finally decides it's time for a bigger challenge. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal, Manchester United, everyone wants him. And guess what? He signs for Chelsea for €32 million. And oh boy, the Premier League was not ready. Within his first season, he was already impressing. Despite being short, his strong build and low centre of gravity made him an insane dribbler. The Premier League, known for its fast-paced and physical style, had no answer for him. In his debut season, he recorded 13 goals and 24 assists. Oh, and also kicked a ball boy, earning himself a 1-month suspension. Classic Hazard. That season, he won Chelsea's Player of the Year award. The next season, 17 goals, 10 assists, another Chelsea Player of the Year award, and a Ballon d'Or top 30 nomination. Premier League managers couldn't stop praising him, and his versatility, playing as a left winger, right winger, attacking midfielder, made him a dream player for any coach. By 2014-15, Jose Mourinho had arrived, and though Hazard initially clashed with his counter-attacking style, Mourinho eventually backed him, even calling him one of the top 3 players in the world. That season, Hazard led Chelsea to the Premier League title and won the PFA Player of the Year award. But then, in 2015-16, things changed. His form dipped, injuries started creeping in, and he scored just 6 goals with 8 assists. Was this the start of his downfall? Nope. Comeback time. The next season, he scored 17 goals, assisted 7, and led Chelsea to another Premier League title. Month after month, he was winning Player of the Month awards. His dribbling was top 3 in Europe, and Chelsea fans were in love. In his final Chelsea season, he recorded 21 goals and 17 assists, won the Europa League, and said goodbye to Stamford Bridge as an absolute legend. But the highlight of 2018? The World Cup. Hazard was arguably one of the best players in the world at the tournament. 3 goals, 2 assists, over 10 chances created, most man of the match awards, and the most dribbles completed. His performance against Brazil? Flawless. After that, he finally made his big move to Real Madrid for €114 million as Ronaldo's replacement. But then, disaster. For a player who missed only 26 games due to injury in his entire career before Real Madrid, Hazard turned up overweight. His summer break was all about partying and junk food. So when he tried to lose all that weight quickly, his body couldn't handle it. He became injury-prone. In his first season at Real, he missed 50 games. The next season, another 30 games. His once flawless dribbling was gone, and his body was failing him. By 2022, Real Madrid had already moved on. Young stars like Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo stepped up. Hazard had no place in the team. On June 3, 2023, Real Madrid and Hazard mutually agreed to terminate his contract. Fans labelled him the biggest flop in Real Madrid history. 3 months later, with no club to sign him, Hazard announced his retirement. For a player who dominated League One, ruled the Premier League, and was considered one of the best after Messi and Ronaldo, his fall was painful to watch. If he had taken his fitness seriously, he could have been an all-time great. One of the biggest what-ifs in football history. What if Eden Hazard was good at Real Madrid?